John O'Leary of DataRobot, thanks for joining me today. What are the emerging technologies that you're seeing as being really important to maritime security and the sea services in the coming weeks, months, years?
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for having DataRobot on board. It's a great question. So DataRobot is a predictive and generative AI suite of tools. And we look at that question every day, not just in the federal government space, but across the commercial space. I would say that from a emerging technology standpoint, as it relates to the Navy going forward, the messages that you hear in this room at FCOS, including zero trust, generative AI, not even so much more cloud these days, but more to the point of bringing those very important technologies to the sailor and to the Marine where they are. So from an emerging technology perspective, bringing the power of the cloud and the power of the Gen AI tool sets and the zero trust and cybersecurity to where the fight is going to happen in a relatively short period of time is going to be most important. And we all need to be driving towards that. And I think this room is doing that.
What are the most important components in driving toward that goal that you just described, do you think?
So there's some challenges. Certainly there are systems that exist today on ships and in facilities on land that have been around for a bit. The technologies that we like to show off in this room get to utilize a lot of the commercial-based technologies that are out there that we need to drive towards the legacy systems. So the challenges are that we need to be able to run those types of systems in concert with legacy systems and not skip a beat. So I think of it as signal processing with a digital aspect to it. So if we're going to do Gen AI, how do I do that in an environment that is maybe not built for that? So there's got to be some give and take.
It's probably encouraging then that the speakers that I've heard on stage, the speakers that have been at this desk, both civilian and uniform leaders are all saying, we want to hear more about commercial solutions and how we can integrate them into what we are doing every day. That's probably a good thing from your perspective.
Absolutely. And the Admiral that just spoke said something very similar, and that is, okay, well, you know, we always have challenging environments from a procurement perspective. We have a CR that gives us really 6 months to really program or to procure, and then get some tests out the door. So should we be creating large environments that will take 5 years to get something implemented, or should we be looking at commercial aspects that are currently built and that we can implement quickly and do fast tests so that we can prove value in a relatively short period of time, weeks, months, maybe a year at the most, so that we can realize that value and then move forward rapidly.
Another big topic here, in addition to speed, is interoperability. I've heard the term system of systems more this week than I probably have in the last year combined. What are the potential challenges for trying to put together a number of different systems into one enterprise framework for a sea service?
The speed at which things are moving today.
Yeah.
So while it's really important to really the world with technology, it also poses challenges because standards have been created for one protocol, for one type of communication, maybe within one side of the Navy, maybe it's within one of the SysComs that's maybe different from another. And maybe even within that particular SysCom, there's differences, call it from squadron to squadron. Well, that's going to be really important that we all get on the same page in terms of interoperability, because the technology can handle it as long as we have standards. Or at least we have a way of translating between those systems. And those technologies exist too. That should be built into technology today, those translations.
John, it's great to have you on the show. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.